Good afternoon. Is this thing working? How do I do this? How does stream work? What is a twatch? Can I start the stream? Is this real life? Shipwreck says, "Where's Boozinate?" No Boozinate today. Sorry. Oh, I haven't had a booze in a week. Maybe tomorrow, maybe tonight. I'm feeling a whole lot better, but yeah, the old coronavirus has kicked my butt. Shipwreck unsub. So wait. Too late, because let me do this again. The evidence says otherwise, Shipwreck. All right. I may or may not need liberal use of the cough button today, but my voice is back. The only thing still not 100% is that my lungs are insistent that they are not compatible with air. So that's kind of a problem. But yeah, after basically 3 years of very carefully avoiding the coronavirus with all the vaccinations and everything, and staying at home, working from home, right at the tail end, I caught it on our trip out to Virginia. So yeah, oh well, it's all good. I have missed gaming. I haven't even been able to sit at my computer until yesterday, and we're ready to go. Let's see. Welcome to Team Rona, Dan, says Shipwreck. Supreme and I said the same. I know, right? And there's all the cool cat emotes. Hopefully soon I'll have the third. All right, good to see you here, Shipwreck. Let's turn off the starting soon screen. Let's see, wow, can I even remember how any of this works? Wow. There's so much that I wanted to get done this week, but yes, the baby's got it, Shipwreck. They're even vaccinated too. But yeah, no Boozinate today. I could probably do okay with the Boozinate, but I'm just not feeling it. I've left the caffeinate off too, even though I do have a cup of coffee. Here we go. Delicious. I wasn't even able to bring myself to drink coffee until yesterday. And I've got plenty of hydrate. Yeah, they're fine. They're actually doing really well. So thankfully, probably thanks to the vaccination, they haven't gotten it very badly. And also, apparently, this is a scientific thing, correlating with being vaccinated. You are much less likely to lose your sense of taste. So, yeah, I still love my pineapple pizza. All right. But let's see. It was 2 weeks ago. We were trying out our new nuclear forklift. And, well, I had things that I wanted to prepare for this time, but of course that didn't happen. And the nuclear forklift did a great job, even landing on a slippery slope and using its finicky robot arm to pick up a space capsule. But then we had to make an emergency takeoff because it was about to topple over. And now we're out of fuel. So I believe that's where we left things. And we need to go and, let's see, is this right? Did it, there's a new launcher for Kerbal Space Program, and it might have changed some of my settings. Let's just double check. I don't think I can change the controls from here. No. We'll see what happens as we go. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna just see what happens as we go. Chipper says, I would argue it's your loss of sense of taste that makes you enjoy pineapple pizza. Well, you would have to make the argument. You'd have to prove the point that something had changed, Shipwreck, because before getting the coronavirus, I had the good taste to enjoy pineapple on my pizza, and after getting the coronavirus, I still love the pineapple on my pizza. And Raider, welcome with the first but not really. Good to see you, Raider. How are you doing lately? Haven't talked to you in a while. Let's just take a real quick look at our contracts that are offered. Let's see. Built a new orbital station on a solar orbit. Nah. Complex scan with a rover arm of a Dres crater. Getting a rover to Dres right now is going to be a bit much. Ooh, but science data from the surface of Dres we can do. And it pays well. Let's see. There's a shout out for Raider. Raider may stream at some point, and if so, I will definitely be there to watch. Definitely worth following preemptively. Raider says, I'm good. I had some big issues to fix on Bob Light version 2, and there's a huge issue I have to fix before releasing it. Nuts. Oh man, that's another thing that keeps getting slid back, is getting back into the YouTube creation rhythms, because I miss that so much. But yeah, let's we do have scientific equipment on the surface of Dres. Let's let's accept this. We get a trivial amount of science, but a decent amount of money. That's enough for a launch of a big rocket. You're making buffalo chicken wings, Shipwreck. Nice. Your favorite kind? I had barbecue chicken wings, boneless wings, you know, reheated in the microwave for lunch today. They were delicious. Attach a new part to satellite in orbit of Minimus. Nah. Recover a module from orbit of Minimus. Meh. Rescue Gemgard from orbit of the Moon. Now, we're generating rescue contracts as needed, as viewers redeem them. We haven't had a lot of those in a while. We have a pretty good crew, though, so that is fine. All right, so what are we looking forward to here in the alarms? This is as much for me as it is for you guys, since I have not even launched Kerbal Space Program in 2 weeks, sadly. Raider says, but yeah, I will stream soon, I guess. I'm losing motivation to play Clone Hero, so I'd like to stream to play songs I've not played on my own. And I could make Dev stream. Oh yeah, that would be interesting. So, all right, Raider. So, I played regular Guitar Hero 2, I think, way back when it was brand new, a couple of times. It was kind of fun, and I was terrible at it. But the rhythm games haven't really been my thing, except there's a new one called Trombone Champ. And I bought it. I haven't played it yet. I'm making some big plans for a stream of that. It's gonna be interesting. We'll just say that. Oh, Shipwreck played Papa Totem. Yeah, it looks ridiculous. I've watched a lot of YouTube of it, but yeah. Well, if things go right, I want to be able to do the songs in-game and then try them again on a real trombone. We'll see. I have a suspicion that playing the real trombone is easier than playing Trombone Champ. At least in pure technicality. So let's see, our next thing coming up. Oh yeah, within hours of each other, we have a launch window for Moho, and our Probe 3, which we are sacrificing because we can't get it anywhere, is going to crash on Moho, so that's going to be a lot of fun. And then we've got a ScanSat headed to Joule and one to Dres. Both of them have their correction burns. And let's see. That is about it. Let's see, launch windows. A Joule encounter coming up in about 2/3 of a year. Val and Bob Kerman. Oh yeah, Val and Bob Kerman return is actually not valid. It didn't work out. So different plans at some point. Dres launch window. SOI change for something. We're going to have a correction burn for Elu coming up in a year. And a Joule launch window, Eve launch window, Elu launch window. All right, so yeah, we need to do some burning of time. Although, where is our next? Oh, right, we don't have a Duna launch window because basically the way things are set up right now, anytime is a good time to launch to Duna. So that's good news. First, though, let's go back to the tracking station and let's take a look at our nuclear space forklift, which we did a test mission for last time, 2 weeks ago. I almost said last week. No. All right. Let's see. Yeah, we got ScanSats up through ScanSat 6. ScanSat Supreme. Escape pods. Space forklift. Where's the nuclear space forklift? Is it set as probe? Here we go. Wow, that's a mess. The claw. Oh, I think because we picked up a command capsule, that changed what kind of thing it actually is, as far as the game is concerned. Raider says, actually, I could try it and fix the issue I have on Bob Light V2, reading to I am Bob. And pronounces I am Bob on stream. Oh, nice. Okay, so I just intuitively did I am Bob. That's amazing. I like it. That would be fascinating. Oh no, there's a space creeper. No, Shipwreck sent a space creeper after me. The Warden scrap, is this the one that we picked up? I think it is. It's either that or Google's scrap. It's one or the other. All right, let's fly this one and see which one it is. Bowser, welcome, and good morning indeed. Good to see you here. All right. Oh no, this is just a piece of space scrap. So in that case, it is this one. Switch to. Thank you for the shout out for Bowser, Shipwreck. Ah, yes, here it is. Yes, this ridiculous contraption, which actually did surprisingly well considering we were pushing it well beyond its design parameters. It's now completely out of fuel, of course. We still have half of our monopropellant, but Dan didn't give me perms for the fancy, so sorry. Shout out, sorry, we're on a budget, I guess. Yeah, yep, that's right. That's one of the things I need to do. I haven't done anything in the last 2 weeks. Wasn't there an auto shout out? I think there was. Did it not happen? It didn't happen. It didn't. What the heck? Oh, yeah, it's because he changed Twitch name. So it, yeah. What is it? Fossabot doesn't know what to do. You cannot English this morning. Neither can I, but it's fine. What's English? It's made up, right? It's all made up. Okay, so yeah, this thing here works very well for orbital maneuvers, and we tried using it. We successfully used it to pick this thing up from the surface of Minmus. And it almost all ended in disaster. It did end with us out of fuel. So, we do need to refuel the space station. And I think... should we hand this off to a new one and then crash this thing? Nah, I think we should refuel it. So let's send a fuel tank to this thing. How much fuel can this hold? 400. Will it tell us here? Total of 1,600 units of fuel. And 970 of monopropellant. Okay, so that's how much we should send if we want to completely refuel it. And we can dock it right here. So that's what we should do. Let's go back to the Space Center and let's plan a mission specifically to refuel this thing while I take a sip of my coffee. Yum yum. I missed coffee so much. All right. Let's see. Vehicle assembly building. We're going to make a custom mission for this. And we're going to send it directly out to rescue this thing. So first off, what we need to do is set up a command pod. Let's do the Probodobodyne Hex. And let's add, first off, a battery. Let's add 2 of them. There we go. And let's also add a fuel tank. This is the big deal right here. And we need them to be liquid fuel. Just liquid fuel. And so we could do 4 of these. These are 4 of these is exactly what the space forklift has. However, 2 of these would do the same trick, or that's a bit much. So yeah, let's do 4 of these up here. And in fact, let's put them on the outside like this. Or, here's an idea. Do we have a quad coupler here? We do not. Dang it. Okay. But if we do this, this will be better. You're getting your first snow of the season. Ooh, exciting. We got our first snow, Shipwreck. I'm excited for the snow, actually. I love snow. Snow is great. Curses Bows for taking our summer. Summer is the worst. It's hot and oppressive. Hate summer. Summer's awful. Summer is as bad as not putting pineapple on your pizza. Alright, so there's that. Let's put a docking port on the end of this thing so that we can actually attach it to our ship. There we go. And let's see, if we zoom in, can't zoom in enough. Let's pick this up and lift it to the top of the bay. There we go. And if I can pick up, there we go, the Probodobinine Hex Core. Puppy's like, what the heck is this? Oh, our kids were looking out the window and watching it snow. I was not well enough to take them out in it, but no. Let's do it this way. But yeah, we need to buy them some like snow pants and stuff so they can go and flomp around in the snow. They're gonna love that. There we go. That looks nice and clean. All the machinery is hidden in there. But we do need solar panels, so let's just get some cheapo guys. These right here. Just like that. You got snow before me, who lives in Canada? That's right. You probably had cooler temperatures, but we must have had the moisture in the air. The right conditions, you know? So, okay, let's also... We're gonna need an attachment point on the bottom now. Let's see, back to the structural pieces. Let's get another modular girder segment. No symmetry here. And where can I... There we go. Right there. Perfect. 27 Fahrenheit here today. It is 40 here today. I'm jealous. I've got the window open though. I was super cold with all the chills and everything from being ill, but now I feel great, other than, you know, my lungs saying air is bad. -3C for the normal people. Those must be, that means -3 Canadian, right? Alright, back to coupling. Let's get a decoupler, a 12, that's a 1 1/4 meter decoupler, should be good right there. And now we need a transfer stage for this. So back to the fuel tanks. And let's actually grab... If I'm gonna do this anyway, why am I dealing with this? Alright, I just realized I'm being very, very silly. Or am I? We don't need to be that fancy. Let's do this. And let's get a high efficiency engine on this thing. Let's see, where's the Wolfhound? There it is. And let's put it on there bare. There we go. And that gives us 1 kilometer per second of delta V. I would like more. So back to the fuel tanks. And where's the bigger guy? This one. Whoa, that's huge. Don't want that big. How about that? That's just as huge. Okay, oh, down here. This is the size I'm looking for. There it is. Alright, 1.7 kilometers per second of delta V. That's way better. And that actually fits. Very cool. Redeem Boozinate for 82 pig points. Alright, how about I have my 0 ABV Boozinated coffee. We're gonna call it Boozinated brand coffee. It's not, it's Green Mountain. Delicious. Thank you, Shipwreck. Always looking out for me. Let's see. Alright, that will do for our transfer stage. Wow. You're counting that as derp number 200? Oh, no, what I forgot, Shipwreck, is to tell you that I didn't even set up the cam today because no, I'm not... That's too much effort for me right now. I'm just excited to be able to stream. So yeah, no cam today, sorry. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow. Derp number 201, wow. How come you're so rude to me, Shipwreck? Forgot to mention no cam. Oh, wow, wow, wow. All right, let's put a fairing around this thing. Yeah, 2.5 meter will be fine. This doesn't need to be huge. Whoa, there we go. All right, and we want clamshell deploy on. We only need 2 sides for this. But higher ejection force will be nice. Let's do 750. And let's make it silver, as is traditional for our space agency. Why, thank you, Shipwreck. I suppose if you were to twist my arm, I would admit it's mutual. I suppose. Okay, so yeah, that's our transfer stage. That's the whole thing right there. Now we just basically need to get it up into orbit. So we could put it on... Do I want to just put it on... Yeah, let's put it on a the Arcus, the medium launch vehicle. Let's see, that's a decoupler right there, so we can just do this. Beautiful. Let's rebuild this fairing. Like this, like so. And like so. There we go. Not so bad at all. Okay. And this definitely has the capability to make it all the way to Minmus. All right, let's just double check all of that. Yes. All right, I like it. And we're not going to save this thing. Let's see, this is the Nuclear Space Forklift Rescue Mission. All right, let's check our staging. Always check your staging. All right, main engine. And our launch clamps. Let's see, our thrust to weight ratio at launch is a little bit low actually, so let's add some very small solid boosters. Decouplers, let's get a radial decoupler on here. We'll make one and then we'll duplicate it. Although there are real launch vehicles that have one single solid booster on the side and they launch a little bit sideways. It's hilarious. And we only need little guys. What about the shrimp? Not the thumper, not the mite. Shrimp. How long does that burn? For 14 seconds? That's a little too small. Okay, but then we've got the hammer. That burns for 51, or for 23 seconds. I like that better. All right, let's put it on there straight though. What about, okay, that's the hammer. What's the next bigger one? Thoroughbred. No, these are all huge. We don't want huge. Yeah, we're gonna do the hammer. There we go. Whoop. All right, let's just peek down the side there. Okay, that is on straight. Fantastic. So now let's shift it like this. And let's put an aerodynamic nose cone on the top. Just a little guy. Boop. Boop, like that. All right, and now we can make this symmetrical ×4. Just like that. That is just ridiculous. Super silly. Okay, and we want this to go up here. That's to separate those things. And these need to be in the same main stage. There we go. And now we have an almost, we have a thrust weight ratio of almost 2. What we can do is actually limit the thrust a little bit so that we get about 1.8. That's what I like, 1.8. Oh look, thrust limiter, 82, that's perfect. Meant to be. All right, because this is a good solid thrust weight ratio for liftoff. I think the Saturn V had a 1.85. But yeah, basically 1 means you're exactly canceling out gravity and you're going nowhere, but a 2 means that you have doubled the force of gravity, so you're going to accelerate upwards at the same rate as you would fall downwards with no thrust. That's basically what that means. Okay, we're good to go. Let's roll this out to the launch pad, and let's bring our nuclear space forklift and the Google's command pod home. We also do need to pick up the Warden's scrap. That could be interpreted either way. The Warden's scrap or the Warden's crap. Either way. Either way works. Okay, look at this. Here we go. We don't need the flight manager for recoverable stages. We're not recovering this rocket. But since I really miss our pretty launches, let's get our camera tools out. And let's not do the auto flyby. Let's target ourselves. And let's set our position. Let's watch the launch. Let's watch from the runway. Right here. That's somewhere we've never watched it from. All right. There we go. Look at our goofy rocket. That looks like one of the Indian rockets. Or a little bit like a Japanese one, but more like an Indian rocket. All right. MechJeb, we want our flight recorder. There it is. And let's see. We want our altitude, we want acceleration, and we want dynamic pressure. Okay. Throttle up. Stability assist is on, and we are go for launch in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and liftoff of the Arcus 2 medium launch vehicle carrying an emergency refuel mission to our nuclear space forklift. Vehicle is pitching downrange, and everything is looking normal. We have solid motor burnout and a clean separation. And the vehicle is supersonic. That was also our maximum aerodynamic pressure. No Raider, no Boozinate, I'm afraid. I'm still on the recovery from the coronavirus, and I'm not, believe it or not, I'm not feeling it. Sorry. I might tomorrow though. There's the hydrate. Thank you, Raider, and no booze cam either today. Booze beats the fit. Oh, I wish. I wish. Thank you, Raider. All right, we're coming up on main engine cutoff. Try to correct our tracking a little bit. There we go. All right, we have Miko and stage separation. Oh, and we have second engine start and the fairing in the same stage. Another second engine start. Okay, we need actually to fix this. It's the third stage. We definitely don't want that. All right, there we go. And we have fairing separation confirmed. Beautiful. You're waiting for the water can. Ah, you're banned, says Shipwreck. Shipwreck says, no, I was dehydrating him for denying us the boozinate. Fair enough. That's entirely reasonable, I say. All right. We can close this now. No, says Raider. Oh, I miss these shenanigans. All right, this scent actually looks really good. You've been busy with work stuff, Shipwreck? I understand that. I still have not even launched Minecraft since leaving on our trip. All right. While we ascend to orbit, let me tell you a little bit about our trip. So, November 5th was our wedding anniversary. Also the anniversary of our first date. So our first date was 8 years ago, and our wedding was 4 years ago. So, Sarah's friends in Virginia throw pretty epic parties. And they were having a costume party, and we thought, hey, that would be cool. We just made, well, my wife made the Gandalf wizard robes for me. She streamed part of that, in fact. She will stream again. And she made some incredible Hobbit costumes for our kids. Let's see. Bowser says, wait, what day was your wedding anniversary? November 5th. All right, we got an apoapsis of 150. There we go. All right, we're gonna coast up there. Uh-oh, let me guess, that's yours too. November 7th. Pretty much the same birthday, pretty much the same wedding anniversary. Bowser, you're basically Australian lady version of me. That's what it is. That's amazing. Well, happy wedding anniversary to you two as well then. Only 10 years younger, yes, exactly. That's the conversion with the hemispheres, right? So, but anyway, yeah, so we thought this would be great. And my wife is a champion at planning trips. She is really good at planning a really good itinerary that has room for corrections when things inevitably go wrong, right? I thought Dan is the lady version of Bows. Wow, Shipwreck. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, wow. But yeah, so we were headed out to this costume party on our anniversary. And we live in Salt Lake City, Utah. They live in Virginia. So she got us plane tickets. We'd never flown with the babies before. That's their first time on an airplane. And we had a flight from Salt Lake to Chicago, a 5-hour layover for food, letting the kids run around and get tired, and then another flight from Chicago to Richmond. So we got to the airport. A little bit less margin than we wanted, but still plenty of margin. And the self-service kiosks for printing boarding passes were not working. So Sarah flagged down a person at the desk. This is 4:30 in the morning. And he couldn't get it to work either. It took about half an hour before he was able to print off some boarding passes for us. So our luggage made it to Richmond. We missed our flight. Just barely. So another champion at the airline was able to get us a backup plan. Here we're coming up on our apoapsis here. So our backup plan was a flight from Salt Lake to Las Vegas, from there to Denver, from Denver to Atlanta, and then from Atlanta to Richmond. So we got on the first flight to Las Vegas. And we started going, and there was about a 10-15 minute delay because they needed to do some extra de-icing. So that's fine, but it meant that instead of a calm walk to the next flight, we had a panicked sprint. So then we have our flight from Las Vegas to Denver. We get on, and we taxi towards the runway, and they say, well, we actually have too much fuel, so we need to stop and burn off some fuel first. So for about 10 minutes, they revved the engines and burned fuel until we were light enough to take off. That meant once we got to Denver, another panicked sprint. Here we go, let's burn the engines and circularize our orbit. Another panicked sprint to our next flight. But we made it, so we board our flight from Denver to Atlanta. And this is the best part right here. So we take off, and on ascent we hear a very, very loud bang. But the plane keeps going, it's fine. Then about 10 minutes later, the pilot gets on the loudspeaker and says, you might have heard a loud bang a little while back. It turns out we hit a rather large flock of birds, and we've damaged the airspeed indicators. So we're not able to confirm how fast we're going, and we're going to need to turn around and make an emergency landing. So my first ever emergency landing. Let's choose Minimus as our target. Multitasking is eluding me right now. That's all right. Minimus is there. It will be there when we get there. So let's set this up right here. But yes, so emergency landing, and then they have to find another plane, another crew, another pilot. That takes a few hours and eats up our entire layover we would have had in Atlanta. So we get on our new plane and get to Atlanta with no issues, except that we landed 20 minutes after our next flight left. And it was the last flight. It was the last Southwest flight from Atlanta to Richmond. So the nice people at the desk were able to give us a hotel voucher and book us a hotel. We called the hotel. Then they went home, by the way, because that was the last they needed to do. Called the hotel, and they're like, who? We give them the confirmation number. They're like, what? We find out later that they booked us in Denver, where we had just arrived from, and not in Atlanta, where we had just landed. So we slept at the airport, and it's the worst airport in America, Atlanta. I hate it. All right, so in 30 minutes, we need to burn for 45 seconds. Let's time warp a little bit to that. So that was not fun. And then in the morning, we were able to find another flight and finally make it to Richmond. But we had, oh, no, that's not what I want, actually. We had basically missed the party at that point. I mean, the party was still going, but the bulk of it was over. So we slept, and then my wife went and hung out with her friends, and that was fun. Here we go, warp here. And then we went the next day, and we just kind of chilled in Richmond and did some sightseeing, hung out with her friends. And then we came home, uneventful, 2 flights, except I just had started feeling really awful, and then came home and completely collapsed. And only yesterday had enough energy to go get a coronavirus test and found out that, yep, that's what it was. So that's our trip. That was our anniversary trip. We're going to have to do something else to make up for it. But that's my first and hopefully only ever quote-unquote emergency landing. It wasn't a panicked emergency landing, but yeah, it was indeed an emergency landing. So how was your week, you guys? How was this last week for everybody? All right, we're coming up on this. Burn time 45 seconds, so about 30 seconds before the node, we're going to start our burn. Says Bowser. Or Bowsy, rather, sorry. Habits. All right, I'm going to take a sip of my coffee here. Yeah, apparently some people that were closer to the wing actually saw the explosion of feathers as we hit the flock of geese. I'm a little jealous. I didn't even get to go look at the, I wanted to see the damage. I wanted to see the airspeed indicator. They said that it got bent, so it was reporting the wrong value, which makes total sense. All right, here we go. And let's burn. Things looking nominal. All right, we're about to run out of fuel in this stage. There we go. Decouple. There we go. All right. Even though I checked my staging, it wasn't great. Whoopsie. Let's see. Shipwreck says, well, the government wrote a law to take workers' rights away in Ontario, and so many people walked off the job they had to repeal the law, so that's kind of been my week. Well, at least they proved where there's power, right? Man, if they, you could have just walked off the job and become a full-time Minecraft streamer, Shipwreck. That was your opportunity, Shipwreck. You missed it. Ugh. So disappointed. You're fired. Yeah, okay. Exactly. All right. All right, how does this look for Minmus? There it is, right there. There is our encounter. All right, so we're going to get there in about... Let's see. Can I get the encounter? Kind of. It flickers. Basically 11 days. We're gonna get there in 11 days. And okay, all right, here it is. I can't believe it's taken this long, but I have to hit the cough button for the first time. Give me just a moment. There we go. Not so bad. Okay, so let's look at the alarms, and yeah, we still have plenty of time before our Moho launch window, and we have time for one launch in between as well. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's warp all the way to our apoapsis. Bye, Kerbal. And I gotta say, this is the best my stream has ever behaved. 0 dropped frames for network, 0 frames missed due to rendering lag, and 0 skipped frames due to encoding lag. Very nice. It's because I'm the only one using the internet right now. All right, here we go. We are 2 days and 5 hours from our Minmus encounter, and we haven't lost the encounter, so that's fantastic. You watch, it'll disappear just as we get there. Yep, there it is. All right. Oh, Kerbal, why must you always do this? Okay, it's back. Come back. Flings poop at Dan. Oh, you mean bandwidth-wise. Oops, my bad. Yes, I mean that. Okay. Warp here. Alright, I'm worried about it. This game has a habit of stealing my encounters, so let's do this. It's a disaster! Man, I can't even come close to doing that right now. My voice is basically back, but not 100% back. It is indeed a disaster. Shipwreck. Alright.
Pretty impressive, huh? I bet you're pretty impressed.
Alright, let's do regular, let's do physics mode time warp. That won't change the calculations here. We can go up to 4 times speed. But yeah, as I'm getting my energy back, I'm hoping to make the preparations for my Trombone Champ streaming. And also, after that, I want to do some serious retro streaming. That's something I've wanted to do since I started streaming. And I've been setting up some emulators for classic Macintosh computers, the ones that I grew up with. And I keep getting distracted by the games and actually playing them instead of preparing. But, you know, that's a good problem to have. Okay, here we are at our periapsis. Let's point retrograde. Yeah, I've been on quite a nostalgia trip the last couple of weeks. With my old games that I played all the way back from when I was 10 and younger. right. Full thrust. And let's get our capture orbit around Minimus. There it is. All right, we need to change our target now to Google's Scrap. That's the one. And yeah, we are 90 degrees inclined from this because we are currently in as perfect a polar orbit as you could get. Holy cow, look at this. Yeah, 92 degree inclination. Look at that. And let's see, how far away is that? 5 days. Let's shorten that. We don't have a lot of delta V. A little concerned. 761. I think we'll be okay. Let's stay out here. Let's do our inclination change here, where we're going incredibly slow. So yeah, let's go ahead and warp there. This means that we are at our next availability for launching from the launch pad. So anytime we want now, we can launch, which is good because we also need to refuel the space station. All right, here we go. That's our ascending node, so we need to point anti-normal. So let's find that. See, that one is, I believe, normal. So if we go around here, this should be the right direction to change our inclination to match with the space forklift. And we're working with just one very small reaction wheel, the one built into the space probe. It's not a huge craft, but it's not, it's also full of fuel, so that means very slow turning. Okay, come on. Stability assist. There we go. Satan, welcome. How's it going? Says Satan. How's it going with you, Satan? I am doing okay. Recovering from the old coronavirus, but doing all right. All right, let's pin that then. Okay, good. We want to reduce this to basically 0. And use as little fuel as possible doing so. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, this also has added some energy to our orbit, so now we have an escape. All right, so let's turn this way a little bit as well. There we go. $16, 15, 10 degrees, and then I'll catch up on chat once we've got this. All right, just a tiny nudge. There we go. 0.04241 degrees inclination. That's pretty good. Satan says, ah, dang. Yeah, I just had a cold, but basically better now. Okay, good. I'm glad to hear you're better. Yes. All right, so now, here is our target's orbit. It's not a great one for making an encounter, but we can do it. We can make this work. All right, how long till we get up here? 4 days. Okay, let's point retrograde. And let's lower our orbit. We have 711 meters per second to play with. That might be enough. I hope so. Just gently nudging this. There we go. All right, so now In 3 days and 4 hours, we will get to our periapsis, but we actually want to get here to our intersect point. So, all right, we're coming around this way. So let's go down here to our descending node. That's in 3 days and 3 hours. Let's just warp right there. Your buffalo chicken wings are almost ready, Shipwreck. That's amazing. Send some to me. Message them at me immediately at once. All right. So right here, let's add a maneuver. And we want to... I said add a maneuver. Control locked. Oh, no! We have no probe control. We have no signal. How do we have no signal? There's stuff all over here. Impossible. I call shenanigans. Let's see. Get closer, see if we can get probe control back. Look, we're very close to communication satellites. What the heck? We've been having some of these communications issues here recently, too. And I am not convinced that it's not a bug with the game, because, yeah, we're very close. We're closer now to communication satellites than we were when we did the burn. So I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it at all. Yeah, Minimasat 1, Minimasat 1B. Supreme won't like them, so she'll probably have them plain. I don't buy it for a minute. I mean, yeah, I could have put more antennas on here, but I shouldn't have needed to. And the previous burn is an indicator that we didn't need to either. So, she doesn't like spice at all? Rip. Alright. I'm just hoping that we get some probe control, because this is silly. Look at this. Way out here we had probe control. Here, where we're much closer to the communication satellites, we have no probe control. Can science explain that? I don't think so. All right, let's turn on the whole ComNet. Look at that. These things are talking all the way back to Kerbal, but none of them are talking to this. Even the Warden's Scrap, which also does not have any extra antennas on it, has all these connections, so why doesn't this? Kerbal Space Program, I'm calling shenanigans on you. Alright, let's see. Let's just take a look here in the console. Vessel, no control. Alright, here's a good test. If I clear the input locks, do they immediately come back? It still doesn't give me probe control. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Okay. All right then. Well, there's nothing I can do about this, is there? So, maybe we launch another one. Well, Kerbal Space Program, I'm mad at you. I come back and this is what I get. Alright, let's just go a little bit farther. Can we get probe control before where I want to burn? Can we do it? Nope. Chuck Testa. So I guess what we will just say is that the onboard computer fried itself on the way there. Boo. Strongly dislike. No, nothing? Nothing at all? No? You don't want to maybe make a little bit of a connection to another satellite? Just a little connection? You can do it, little probe. I believe in you. I don't actually. Don't. Nope. This probe is dead in the water. Space. Dead in the space. Okay, well, let's go back to the space center. You're always breaking stuff, says Shipwreck. I didn't break stuff. Not a derp. No way was that a... I guess I shouldn't argue with my moderators, huh? Thought you were a pro, Shipwreck. I am a pro. I'm a literal pro. Well, that mission was going very well up to that point. Okay, so we're 15 days to our Moho launch window and to crashing something into Moho. That should be exciting for you, Shipwreck. We'll have explosions. A little one, but it'll be an explosion. So, what we should do is go ahead and send a big fuel tank up to the space station. Let's do that. We have an existing spacecraft that we can launch for that. So, yeah, let's go ahead and save that. We'll be needing another one, dang it. So let's open our spacecraft list. And let's see, big fuel tank 4.0 L. Is this the L one? I think it is. Yes. Just liquid fuel. Just this big old tank full of liquid fuel. We also need to send some monopropellant to the station, but we can do that on a different mission. This is ready to go, except I want to put a camera on the outside of it. So utility, aerocam. Oh, there's already one there. Okay, I thought I had forgotten one, but it looks like I had not. Although, I have the wrong camera. Aerocam 180 is not what I want. Just aerocam. And save. And launch. Let's do it. This is the big guy. We also need to remember that we accepted a contract to recover some scientific data from the surface of Dres, where we do indeed have a lander. All right, I'm going to finish off my coffee here real quick. Delicious. That was perfect, Shipwreck. All right, there we go. There is our camera view down the side of the booster. Let's open up the flight recorder and let's log altitude, acceleration, and dynamic pressure. Coffee? Lame. No, coffee's delicious, Shipwreck. Oh, there should be a pineapple pizza flavored coffee. And cilantro tea. Although Haley isn't here to taunt with that. All right, here we go. Stability assist is on. Throttle is up. We do not need the flight manager for recoverable stages. Did you turn on Princess's VODs? Not yet, no. You're pushing it, sir. No, you, sir, are pushing it, Shipwreck. All right, we are go for launch in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lift off. Vehicle is pitching downrange. Everything is looking normal. Look at that rocky shore. I love this parallax shader. It's so good. Vehicle is supersonic. Pineapple coffee. Like, that makes me want to say bad words. Lol. We have maximum aerodynamic pressure. Everything is looking nominal. Coming up on solid motor burnout. Solid motor burnout and a clean separation. Those little puffs of smoke were the little aerodynamic fins failing on those things. Alright, we have an apoapsis of 150 kilometers already, so we could have had a more aggressive turn, but that is alright. We're going to coast a little bit. Towards apoapsis. Alright, we're in space. Alright, let's turn a little bit towards the horizon. And we need our main engine with its gimbaling to do that. So let's ignite the engine again. There we go. And we're going to pitch down to 0 degrees. Maybe even a little less. There we go. So we want to raise our periapsis, not our apoapsis. Forgot just how strong this booster stage is on this thing. Pitching up to 0 degrees, and there's MECO, stage separation, and second engine start. Look at that. Look at that thing go. Look at that champion. All right. We don't need this anymore. Let's set our target to Arcadia Station. And let's also accelerate the game just a bit. This is a high thrust engine, but it's a very heavy craft. Pitching up because we're past our apoapsis. And things are looking pretty good. Our periapsis is rising rapidly. Right there. Relative inclination is looking good. It's under 1/4 of a degree. All right, here comes our periapsis, about to be a positive number, which means it's no longer within the surface of Kerbal. There it is. And when it hits 60 or 70 kilometers right there, that's orbit achieved. And there it is, circularized. Okay, let's take a look at where we are relative to our station. There's Arcadia Station, and there's us. So what we need to do is burn prograde and get these intersect indicators to line up. Just pin those right there. this is the one that we are going to be using to encounter the space station. And here it comes into alignment. And it disappeared. Because of course it did. Why wouldn't it? Let's see. So why did that disappear? That's a good question. There it is. Okay. So basically, what about this one? All right, that's going the wrong way. Let's turn on our maneuvering thrusters. All right, and I can fine tune this. Look at that, 70 kilometers separation. And we want to get that as close to 0 as possible. I don't want to use all of our monopropellant, but willing to use some to do this. We get more out of it now than we do later. Because of leverage. And simply to thwart shipwreck, I'm going to have a drink of my water. There we go. All right, separation of 20 kilometers. 15. 10. 5. All right, that is as good as that is going to get. 1.2 kilometers is pretty dang good. And we've used about 60% of our monopropellant doing that. That's all right. Okay, so I'm going to use the cough button again while we make our way around the planet and come in for our approach to the station. Give me just a moment. There we go. Sorry about that. Okay, let's come around here. It's 41 minutes until we encounter the station, so 30 minutes. Let's warp to there. Oh, let's get into the proper warp mode. There we go. All right, and then let's get into target mode and point retrograde. And yeah, we're I'm gonna see what I can do with the reaction wheel, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. We're gonna need the maneuvering thrusters. So yeah, let's turn those on. We have plenty of delta V for this though, so that's incredibly good news. All right, we're 10 minutes away from intersecting the space station. And what kind of maneuver will take care of this? Not that. Let's zero that out. And not that either. Interesting. Okay, let's zero that out. So we need to do, we need to burn normal, it looks like. No. Anti-normal. Okay. That was entirely counterintuitive to me, but cannot deny the science of it. Okay. So basically anti-normal will be what we need to do to burn closer to the space station. And good, we still have full probe control. Let's not have that same issue as the other one, which is, I still maintain, nonsense. Alright, we're 8 minutes away from intersecting the station. I am gently burning the engines so that we can get our gimbaling in our favor. There we go. Separation at closest approach is dropping, just as I'd like it to. Alright. So our separation at approach is going to be about 700 meters. Not too bad. Alright, let's time warp a little bit more. Let's get closer. Let's get out of map mode. Look at our target. 50 kilometers away. I think on a future iteration of this, I want to add more reaction wheels, maybe more monopropellant for the sake of maneuvering, since it's just so big that it really needs more maneuver capability to be less unwieldy. Alright, we're 25 kilometers away. I suppose what I could do is send one of these to orbit of Minmus, but we're so close to being able to drill and refine fuel on site that I'm just hesitating to do anything like that, because I don't want to if I don't have to. Alright. Slow down. Not bad. All right. Okay, so the maneuvering thrusters on here will work better if they are not hampered by this. So let's let it swing back around and let's bleed off just a little bit more speed, 5 meters per second. And then let's eject this and send it hurtling back through Kerbin's atmosphere. There we go. Okay, so now this right here, I believe, will trigger the docking port. There it goes. All right, let's get some separation there. Perfect. And now, control from here. Activate camera. Whoa, that's bright. And maneuvering thrusters on. There's our station. Regular stability assist mode. Oof, we have 70 units of monopropellant to work with. Much less than I'd like. Much less. Maybe not enough. Yeah, we're down to 40 units of monopropellant, and that's not looking great. Wonder if there's anything on the station right now that can come and get this thing. Maybe the station itself? Maybe the station itself can come and get this thing. That sounds like it's just begging for the Kraken to come attack. Yeah, we have less than 30 units of monopropellant. We have 8.82 units of monopropellant remaining. Can I at least come to a stop, relative stop, right next to the station? That would be very helpful if I could. Yeah, we do have the Pork rescue vehicle here, the Personnel Orbital Rescue Craft. So I think we're going to have to use that to do the final maneuvering on this. Four units of monopropellant remaining. And that is it. That is all of our monopropellant. All right, so let's switch to our station. Here we go. And yeah, this is the we have one return pod, a deployable emergency return pod, DERP, and we have the Pork 6. So we're going to use the Pork 6. Let's undock. And this thing is at least fully fueled, so that's good news. Control from here and activate the camera. And can I select this from here? No. Back to type selection, let's choose, I think it's a ship. It is not probe. Yes, big fuel tank 4.0 L. All right, there we go. Let's see, up there it is right there on our nav ball. So let's point that way. There it is. Let's use the main engines. Get a little bit of speed. 2 meters per second is great. And then let's correct our course using the monopropellant thrusters. Maybe. There we go. Now they're firing. That was a little weird. It's pretty normal in Kerbal for the longer you go into a career, and the more ships you have loaded by the game, the more weird things happen. So, one of the reasons Kefri Bezos is doing community service and cleaning up low carbon orbit. Although he hasn't done anything lately, he needs to do more work. All right, let's time warp and get closer. All right, we're lining up here. Got a nice close approach coming up. All right, let's slow down. We've already got most of our alignment done for us, which is nice. Makes sense since we were on approach. There we go. We've got our lights on it, and we can see very clearly the docking port we are targeting. Let's actually make sure... There we go. We were targeting the probe core, actually, but now we're targeting the docking port right on top of it. And we have acquired the fuel tank. There we go. So now we want to control from here and activate that camera and set Arcadia Station as our target again. And good. Now we have monopropellant again. Thank goodness. Alright, just turning this around. There's the station coming into view. Giving it a little push from the engines, the main engines here. We're much, much heavier than we were before. But look at this. With this fuel tank attached, we have 7.8 kilometers per second of delta V. That's nuts. Alright, 5 meters per second is a little fast. So let's slow down. Four meters per second, much better. Going for about 2 meters per second. There we go. Feel a whole lot safer with this. Bringing a very heavy fuel tank into range of our most important space asset. Don't want to come in too hot. Okay, let's see. Our docking port's somewhere down there. And yeah, we're really burning through that monopropellant still. Much better though. Okay, there we can see the docking port. Set that as our target. It's only been 2 weeks, but it feels like years since I've done this. It's been an eventful 2 weeks. Oh, we're blowing right past it. Come on. Don't like that. Oh, I don't like that at all. Oh boy. Well, we're changing our plan just a little bit. Did you see how much monopropellant we just burned there? Oh, wow. And Satan redeemed hydrate. Okay, I'll do it. Here we go. Here we go. Thank you, Satan. Okay, nope. Cannot afford so much expenditure of monopropellant. Wow. Wow. Okay, actually, can we... At this point, it doesn't make a whole lot of difference. Can we just use our main engines and reaction wheels Oh, that's just some scary consumption rate of monopropellant. At least we're not stranded. We have nearly 8 kilometers per second of delta V, so, you know, there's that. All right. Man, we always get into unexpected adventures, don't we? At least we're not going to hit a flock of birds up here, right? Probably. Maybe. Never know. All right, our separation is going down. This is so questionable. All right, it's going back up. Come to a stop. This is so sketchy. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna switch to the station. We're gonna control from here. We're going to set this docking port as our target, and we're going to orient the station towards the fuel tank. There we go. And then we're going to turn on the thrusters, the maneuvering thrusters, and back off just a little. And then slow back down. There we go. Now we can point the fuel tank towards the station, and it should be ready for us. This is the kind of stuff that I'm really hoping we can do multiplayer in Kerbal Space Program 2, because this would be a really fun cooperative sort of a deal to solve this problem. Of course, I've turned the wrong way. Let's make sure I'm not going to hit it. It's all right, we're going to keep rotating this way. We're good, and yeah, we have 44.89 units of monopropellant left to play with. If we're very careful, I think it'll be enough. But boy, am I feeling rusty. There's the station. Alright, pushing the keyboard harder won't make me rotate any faster, but I'm doing it anyway. Oh wow, this thing is just heavy. There we go. You can see what I'm doing with roll, pitch, and yaw here. And it's intense. It'd be a lot easier with the maneuvering thrusters. That's what they're for. But I'd be well out of fuel by now if I was using those. Okay, let's, here we go. There we go. All right, let's just point right down the axis of the station, like this. And then let's use the station one more time. Actually, I can still use this camera, can't I? Nope. All right, there we go. Oh, that's a beautiful sight. Lined up properly. Oh, thank goodness. I'm sweating bullets here. All right, now we do need the maneuvering thrusters, briefly. Oof. Couldn't resist it. Took a screenshot. First Kerbal screenshot in 2 weeks. But I'm already breathing a sigh of relief, because look at this, here we are. Come on. Get a lock. We can do it. We can do it. Any second. Any second. I think the station itself is fighting. Oh, come on, come on. There we go. Yep, turned off the stability assist and the maneuvering thrusters on the station, and we immediately got our lock. Oh, thank goodness. That was much more of an ordeal than it should have been. Are we surprised? It is, after all, me playing, isn't it? All right. So now we are 2 weeks away from our Moho launch window. And let's see, what do we have? Do we have anything on its way to Moho now? No. So we want to try again. And then we're going to watch the old one crash. So what have we got? Am I sure we don't have anything? Do we not have a ScanSat Supreme? ScanSat 4, ScanSat 6, ScanSat 5. Yeah, well, let's take a look at what we've got around Moho. There's Moho, right there, in our map view. So let's activate probes. Nothing. We haven't even achieved an orbiter on Moho, have we? Yeah, we don't have anything in orbiter on Moho. I think what we want is a scanning satellite then. So yeah, let's just do that. Let's go back to the Space Center, and let's send ScanSat Supreme number 7, I believe. We have 6 on their way to their destinations, or either Either that or already orbiting somewhere. We have one around Kerbal and one around Minimus, I believe. So let's send ScanSat Supreme number 7, named for Supreme Doom. And let's send it to Moho. Let's take a look at our mission planning tool here. Let's actually take this out to the launch pad first. ScanSat Supreme, where are ya? Yes. Okay, good. We've got lots of communications on this thing. And we're going to, and yeah, this thing has nearly 17 kilometers per second of delta V. This thing is overkill because there's no kill like overkill. All right, so ScanSat Supreme 7 headed for Moho is what we're calling this one. And what we've been doing here is saving the most recent one and then deleting the previous one so that we don't get confused here. Delete, there we go. All right. So this needs to go out to the launch pad, and then we need to move time forward until it is actually our moment to launch. And yes, it's time for more water. Delicious. There we go. Even though I'm giving all the free hydrates today for my own sake, the hydrates are very much appreciated. Okay, so let's turn this to universal time. Yeah, we're in year 6, day 30. Wow, this space program has been active for 5 in-game years, because we're in the 6th year. So let's turn on the planner tool. There it is, and I'm going to pull it up on my screen too. So we need to change the earliest date. First, let's change. Okay, I'm thinking. Let's turn this off for the moment, and let's warp to the alarm first. Epilepsy warning. I can just feel time just flowing past. There we go. Let's see. 14 days have passed. Am I over my coronavirus entirely? Nope, apparently not. All right, delete and close. And yes, in under 6 hours, we will be observing a crash on Duna. So a deliberate crash. All right, cough button for just a moment, and then let's plan this mission. There we go. Sorry about that. Thank you for the patience, everyone. Okay, so the planning tool, back up. Let's have a look at this. It is year 6, day 45 now, so let's change this to reflect that. There we go. Here is the relative position of all of the planets in the Kerbal system. And yeah, we're headed towards Moho. We don't want any gravity assists or anything. Generate sequences, Kerbal directly to Moho. And let's see, our earliest departure we want to be today. So year 6, day, let's do, we're at the end of day 45, so let's do day 46. And then latest departure, year 6, day 47. 150, search trajectories. Bing! I wish that had sound effects. Bing! Okay, so a total delta V of 4.7 kilometers per second, not bad. And we will arrive very quickly. And yeah, it basically wants us to launch right now. So yeah, we're gonna launch right now. Although we are going inwards, so let's see, yeah, noon is the time to launch. Let's see, what does the sun look like? Yeah, Looks round. Oh, look at that. Look at the grass. Whoa, look at the grass. Very cool. We're gonna let the sun climb to the to its height so that we are launching at noon local time, and we're going to do a direct ascent rather than an orbit before a parking orbit. So yeah, no need to delay. We can take a look again at the maneuver or the mission planner when we are planning our deep space maneuvers. Let's close this. Let's see. Yeah, let's do this view right here. Our throttle up, stability assist is on. We want our flight recorder as always, altitude, acceleration, and dynamic pressure. There we go. And we're go for launch in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Liftoff. The Arcus 2 medium launch vehicle carrying the ScanSat Supreme number 7 on its mission to Moho. Vehicle is pitching downrange. And we didn't wait for noon, but that's okay. And we're not going to do a very aggressive turn because we're doing a direct escape from Kerbal. So we're going to hold prograde here. That was maximum aerodynamic pressure. And I missed the call out for supersonic, but that's all right. We're very much supersonic now. Next will be solid motor burnout. We have SRB burnout and separation. There we go. Oh, we finally have missed one single frame due to rendering lag. Man, the stream is performing great today. It's like Twitch missed me. And we're in space. Alright, coming up on main engine cutoff. We have Miko, stage separation, second engine start, and fairing separation is confirmed. All right, let's get an apoapsis of about 500 kilometers. There we go, and second engine cutoff. Let's go ahead and close this, and let's, there we go. Yeah, let's coast to apoapsis, which we can actually warp to. All right, second engine start. Pitching down to 0 degrees. Because yeah, we want to be pushing that way. So that way we will be increasing our speed around Kerbal to escape, but decreasing our speed around the sun so that we can get closer to it, which is where Moho is. Let's set that as our target. And we can speed up the game a little bit too, or even a lot of it. And that's why it's ideal to do this launch at noon, but not really essential. Alright, as soon as our apoapsis, though, is over the noon side of Kerbal, we're going to cut the engines again. Alright, we have Seco number 2, and let's warp to here. And second engine start, number 3. We have orbit. And everything is looking nominal. I really want to get a soundbite of John Ensprecher saying nominal. That'd be a fun sound alert for Kerbal. Let's clean this up, turn off some of the... There we go, the relays, that'll do it. I mean, we're a relay, according to the game. We're going to change that to probe. It detected all those giant antennas and decided we were a relay. Let's also extend some antenna or solar panels before we forget. There we go. That's killed a lot of my missions, forgetting to extend the solar panels. Alright, we have a Kerbal escape, so let's take a look. This brown orbit here is where we are headed. We do have a 7-degree inclination to Moho. So let's take a look real quick at the KSP planner. First off, let's orient the solar system to be about the same. Like this. Okay, let's compare. Yeah, that looks pretty dang good. Okay, so if we look, it is not exactly at our ascending node that it wants us to make the maneuver, but basically halfway between the orbits of Kerbal and Eve, which is interesting. So first, I need to burn to get close to an encounter with Moho, so let's do that. Yeah, look at this. These are the... That's the closest approach. That's the ascending node. And there is out of fuel for this stage, so let's eject that stage and start up the atomic rocket motor. Jeff Bezos, or Kefri Bezos, isn't going to be catching that one. It's not going to be within Kerbal's orbit. Alright, and now we do need to speed up the game. Yeah. So we're going to get there right about here, it looks like. And yeah, it's in a transition zone where it's gonna keep changing its mind where we're actually going to encounter Moho, but it will eventually agree on right about here. At least according to this. Right here. And yeah, we still have 11 kilometers per second of delta V left, so this is looking very promising. Moho has thwarted us at every turn. Even Eve, we have at least gotten something in orbit of, even if we haven't gotten anything safely to the surface. Okay. Get some useful data pinned on the screen here. Yeah, once we get this to intersect over here, the main thing we'll need to do is correct our inclination, I believe. In fact, yep, there's a lot of anti-normal burn there. Not surprising. Ascending node, we need to burn anti-normal from. Let's see. And yeah, we are basically burning that way, which makes sense. That's exactly what we want. Whoa, it's jumping around again. There we go. It's settled down again. All right, it's just about there. All right, that is good enough for me. So now if we look again at the planner, and let's make sure we're lined up the same. Yep, oriented about the same. It says, yeah, actually that is at the ascending node. It's just that the ascending node is now in a different place, which makes sense. So yeah, let's make it a maneuver at the ascending node. And it needs to be mostly anti-normal. But that also will be adding some energy to the orbit. So we also need to do, what is this suggesting? It also wants 898 meters per second retrograde and just a little bit of radial in. Okay, so let's do some of that. Although I think I've already done most of that retrograde, so don't need so much of that. Whatever will get us the best closest approach. Okay, that's 2.4 million kilometers. Gigameters, basically. Wish you used terms like that more often in real life. So let's just push at each of these handles as long as they will bring us closer. All right, that's about as much as that's going to do from here. Radial in is doing the trick, though. One and a half million kilometers, 1.5 gigameters. 1 gigameter. 500 megameters. 400 megameters. 200 megameters. Well, yeah, 200 megameters. $150 megameters. 100 megameters. Okay. Oh, come on. We can do better than this. We can do it. Let's see. 53 megameters. Keep tweaking it. All right, that's within 50 megameters. It's almost an encounter. Almost. 40. There we go. Okay, so pushing radial in a little bit and anti-normal are what are doing this at this point. We don't have an actual contract for Moho, so we're doing this purely for the science. So since we have a scanning satellite, we do want a very highly inclined orbit. There is an encounter. Look at that. All right, let's focus on Moho itself. And pin that Moho periapsis right there. So let's see, anti-normal. We want to reduce this periapsis. And let's see, radial in. There we go. Six megameters. 4 megameters. 3 megameters. Let's go for 2 megameters. There it is, 2 megameters. Okay, so this maneuver here, 1.2 kilometers per second of delta V, is coming up in 54 days and 5 hours. It's a 10.5 minute burn with this engine. So we're going to make an alarm for this. Create an alarm, and we want maneuver alarm, and this is ScanSat 7 Moho correction burn, and we want 1 hour of notice. Let's do that. Add the alarm. There we go. So here's what we can do. Let's switch to Moho probe 3. And let's watch its demise. This is for you, Shipwreck. I don't think he's still here, but that's all right. I can make a clip of it, maybe. He's always urging me to crash things. All right, good. We do have full probe control. So, let's see. How close are we to Moho? Pretty dang close. Okay, so yeah, we are going to encounter Moho in 5.5 hours. And we're not going to leave. We're going to be destroyed on its surface. This might actually give us some world's first milestones and some prestige. I mean, it's not nothing to hit a planet with a spacecraft. But what we can do now is delete that alarm. And let's see, that is in 5.5 hours. So let's get out of map view. Let's look at our target. Can we see Moho from here? Not well, I'm not picking it out anyway. So let's warp 1 hour and 16 minutes closer. And what about now? That, I think, is Moho right there. I think that little tiny brown dot. Hopefully you can see it in the stream. If not, it will soon be much, much bigger. But yeah, I think that's Moho right there. All right, so let's time warp a bit. Let's just watch from here. So look at target. Yeah, that's Moho. And look, it's getting bigger. It's getting visibly bigger as we watch. Hi, Moho. I can see craters and everything now. All right, yeah, this thing has 200, or it actually has 2,000 meters per second delta V remaining. But, we're going to be going very, very quickly. In fact, as soon as we get into Moho's sphere of influence, it's going to be showing us just how fast we're going, and we do not have the delta V to get out. but we do have fuel to hit the surface as hard as we possibly can. All right, we're about to enter Moho's sphere of influence. Here we go. We are in Moho's sphere of influence. And yeah, we are orbiting at 7.8 kilometers per second. We have 2.2 kilometers per second of delta V. We do not have the fuel to achieve an orbit here, and there's no atmosphere that we can aerobrake on. Not that we would survive that even if we could. So let's just hurtle towards the surface as quickly as we possibly can. And actually, we're just going to point towards it. This delta V is not even usable because half of it is in the satellite and half of it is in the lander, and they're pointed in opposite directions. So it would take some shenanigans to even get that much delta V out of this thing. So there's no way this thing is surviving. But it will, ironically, land on the surface. It'll just also make a crater when it does so. All right, here we go. Bum 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 bum. Action music. All right. This says that we have 4.5 minutes before our suicide burn needs to start. That's using this nuclear engine here. Let's see, instead, how about we do this? I just want to make sure we don't accidentally miss because of that. Yeah, let's wait until we're closer to the surface. It would be a shame if we missed our collision at this point. All right, let's get closer. Closer! Yeah, we're going to hit right about there, I think. At quite an angle. So let's see, if I were to point this way. There we go. All right, so we want to see our periapsis drop even more. And it sure is. Okay, full throttle. Here we go, screenshots.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
That's right, Elric. And hello, by the way. Good to see you here. All right. Oh, no. So the suicide burn countdown is actually saying that we're late by, 10 minutes. All right. That's it. That's all we're doing. We do have these other engines, but they're pointed in the opposite directions. We're not using them. Let's just enjoy. I'm gonna make a stream marker. Maybe? Have they taken that away? Oh well. Oh, look at this. Oh, that is pretty, though. We're going 8 kilometers per second here. And it's gone. It's still generating the surface, and it's gone. February is coming soon, says Elric. I know why you're saying that, and yes, you are right. Well, but hey, look. We get a look at the surface of Moho. I almost said Kerbal. Look at these basalt formations here. These are part of the Parallax shader mod. And they're a little bit more crystalline than than basalt should be, but they look very cool. Look at this. That is awesome. Okay. Let's get a cool screenshot right here. That's like desktop background worthy right there. Very cool. All right. How have you been, Elric? Good to see you here. All right. Rip Moho Research Expedition 3. Yes, KSP 2. Super looking forward to it. All right. Let's close that and just... we at least get a look at the surface of Moho, and boy is it pretty. I cannot get enough of this Parallax shader. It's just so great. All right, so that was a big event right there. The next thing's coming up. We have the correction burn for a ScanSat 7, which we just launched. You've been watching the videos. Nice. Me too. I'm so excited. We have 3 correction burns coming up for ScanSats. One for Moho, one headed to Joule, and one headed to Dres. Speaking of Dres, let's go there now. Let's go to the tracking station. We have a contract to return some scientific data from the surface of Dres. So let's do that. We'll get some money out of it and a trivial amount of science. So let's zoom out. There's Duna, and there's Dres. And there's a very good chance that we will have some interesting physics happen here. And okay, of course we're on the night side. I should rename that so it doesn't say relay. It should say lander. But speaking of relay, though, we do have one. You started adding money to your Steam wallet. Oh, nice. Yeah, as soon as I get an indication that it is purchasable, I'm going for it immediately. I know I'm going to buy it, so I'm not going to hesitate. All right, but let's go here and fly this thing, and it's going to be at night. So let's actually wait. We can time warp from here and let it come into the sunlight first. And then we'll fly it. That way we only have the weird physics loading once, which has definitely the possibility of destroying this craft. Here it comes. Just like that. There we go. All right. Real time. There we go. Let's fly it. And fingers crossed we don't get a Kraken attack. If we do, then we do. All right, it's loading. It's loading. It's just upside down. We're fine. Oh, that's amazing. Yep, we have full probe control and everything. Nice. Okay, so let's open up our science thing here. Experiments available on this vessel or right now. Yeah, we've done all the science that we can on this thing, but that doesn't matter for this this contract. We can send science that we've already sent, so we're going to do the thermometer and log temperature. There we go. You wonder if Tanya would like it here. It's much better than Tylo. I don't know who Tanya is. All right, transmit data. Contract complete. We've just received experimental data from the surface of Dres. Excellent. So we got 151,000 spaceos, 3 sciences, and a little bit of reputation too. Let's just go ahead and close that right there. How much science do we have? 356. We want about 200 more so that we can get our next technology. So let's see. Let's go back to the Space Center and let's try again on retrieving our nuclear space forklift, because that didn't go so well. Maybe we should send another nuclear space forklift to go get it. I think we should. I think that's exactly what we should do. In fact, the robot arm was cool, but from a landed position, it really did not do the trick. It was too unstable, and even though we did successfully pick up a spacecraft and bring it back into orbit of Minmus, it was a very close thing, much closer than I'm comfortable with. So I don't think that's our method going forward for retrieving these things. Let's see. Let's open up a nuclear space forklift. Do I have that under N? No, I have it under S for space forklift. Maybe? Is it Space Forklift 3.0? I think it is. Yeah, it is. And we do not need another robot arm, so let's delete the fairing and remove that robot arm. Let's also remove the landing gear because they are not necessary anymore. And if I recall, we still have some issues with these. Let's shift. I think they're catching on the spotlights, believe it or not. So let's shift those up further. There we go. And now let's make a much more reasonable fairing that will cause much less drag on ascent. Build fairing. You know, I don't know if you guys can tell. You probably can, but my voice is starting to suffer here. I think we'll make it all 3 hours. I'm having a lot of fun. But yeah, oh, look at that. That looks so much less ridiculous. Alright, save. We already have that robot arm up in space. So let's take this out to the launch pad. Doesn't matter what time of day we launch this. A little bit of water there while we wait for the launch pad to load. And it's loading, it's loading, it's a loading. Loading, loading, loading. All right, night launch, very cool. Let's watch from, the runway was cool. Do we want to do that again? Or maybe we can watch from the research center, research and development. Let's see, target self, set position with a click. Let's watch from right there. And how does that look? Very cool. All right, let's put on our flight recorder, altitude, acceleration, and dynamic pressure. Stability assist is on, throttle is up. I believe we are ready to go. Yeah, that looks like a much more reasonable and stable rocket. I like it. All right, here we go. We're go for launch in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift off. The Arcus 2 medium launch vehicle with 4 boosters carrying another nuclear space forklift. Vehicle is pitching downrange. Gotta love a night launch. vehicle is supersonic. Solid motor burnout is also maximum aerodynamic pressure. We have SRB separation as well. Everything is looking nominal. Look at that beautiful plume. All right, next will be main engine cutoff. Correct our inclination just a little bit. Pull it back towards 90 degrees. There we go. Main engine cutoff, stage separation, and second engine start. Fairing separation is confirmed. Yeah, this thing is so much easier to fly without that giant robot arm on the end. I'm so glad we did that, though. That was hilarious and technically successful. Technically. All right, we are now in space. Speed up the game a little bit, and we can close this. And also extend the solar panels. Let's go for a 150-kilometer parking orbit. In fact, we might even go to the station for some fuel before heading to Minmus. All right, our apoapsis is 150 kilometers, and we will reach it in 2 minutes and 40 seconds. All right, we're 30 seconds from apoapsis now. And we're starting the engine again. There we go. Oh, and that's the end of that engine. And that's still an issue. Okay, well. There we go. Yeah, that's just strange. There's something wrong with the collision meshes for these parts. So even though those are don't appear to be touching each other, it just won't let go of that until I use a little bit of time warp to let the separate craft pass through each other. Alright, I'm watching that periapsis there. We've achieved orbit, and yeah, it's a little bit high. Okay, let's set Arcadia Station as our target. Where is Arcadia Station? There's us. Arcadia Station is over there. Ahead of us. Of course it is. Let's see. Let's just burn directly radial out. That will lower our apoapsis and raise our periapsis here. That's better. Trying to circularize this a little bit more. All right, that's as much as we can do from here for that. So here is our intersect 1, here is intersect 2. And we also have quite an inclination. That was not as clean as I would like to admit. So let's pin that and then pin that. And let's get to, our intersects are at the nodes. So let's go ahead and time warp to about here. And we'll burn prograde and a little bit anti-normal, and we will, that will help us get our perfect rendezvous with the station. Alright, so there is prograde. Anti-normal is this way? Yes. Okay, good. Our inclination is dropping. Watching the inclination up here. You can also see it there. 0.2 degrees. Oh, that's as much as that's gonna do it. Okay, so we'll go prograde now. I'm not sure I'm coherent anymore. How am I doing? Alright, that marker is coming around. Here it comes. Just line that up right there as close as it'll get. Let's use our, okay, let's actually unlock these, I think. Let's see, what are our action groups? That's what I want. Edit action groups. We have none. I thought we had action groups. That's okay. Oh, that's right. I did not set these because when docking often, sometimes those go a little wonky. All right, so let's, those are not locked. Let's extend our traffic lights. There we go. Locked. There we go. Now our maneuvering thruster arms are at maximum extension, which means we have the best leverage from them. So now let's go back out here. And that's about as good as we're going to get. Okay, never mind then. So we're going to meet up with the station in 1 hour and 5 minutes. So let's go here. And we're going to have quite the relative velocity, so let's give ourselves a little bit of time here. And point retrograde to our target. And Let's see, which direction do we need to burn to get a closer approach? That's not doing it. That's not doing it. That's not doing it. Wow, okay. So it is going to be drifting that way. Thought that was too straightforward, too easy. There had to be something else going on, but nope, that is it right there. Okay, 3 kilometers separation at closest approach. That's as much as that's going to correct. Yeah, our relative speed at closest approach is going to be 348 meters per second, so we definitely need to be able to burn off some of that speed. Yeah, we're coming down over the top of Arcadia Station. Let's time warp just a bit. All right, we're 70 kilometers away. Let's just burn retrograde to the target, see if that helps. Not so much. What about over here? No, that's also increasing our separation at approach. That's frustrating. There's some quick little exploratory burns. That's more promising. What about right here? That is reducing separation at approach. Perfect. Only by a bit, though. There we go. 3 kilometers. 2.5. 2 kilometers. Okay, and now it has decided we have a different approach all of a sudden. I love it when it does that. Okay. But that's all right. We will definitely get closer, and we need to slow down as we do. We are 40 kilometers away from the station. Okay, as long as that's going down. There we go. And we bled off 100 meters per second. I like it. All right, 30 kilometers away. All right, let's burn this way. Let's just burn retrograde. All right, we're down to 100 meters per second relative to our target. Not bad. And a closest approach of 1.4 kilometers. I like it. All right, here we are going to get that little lag spike. There it is, as the station is loaded up. And here comes our closest approach. Let's slow down to a relative stop. There it is, right there. All right, let's control from here. The docking port and activate the docking port camera, and let's point right at our target. There you are. There we go. 5.8 meters per second. Now let's use our maneuvering thrusters to fine-tune this and slow down. Just about close enough to actually pick out our docking port. Our docking port? What's a docking port? I don't know what a docking port is. Alright, we choose this one here. Let's slow down now that we're very close. We're only 100 meters away from this docking port. Let's keep an eye on our fuel as well. Oh yeah, we're barely touching the monopropellant this time. Amazing how well this performs when when we're not pulling some huge payload. Hey, lining it up. We were lined up horizontally, got to line up vertically. There we go. All right, final approach. Turn on our lights. There we go. Get our bright spotlights on that thing. All right, first try. There we go. And look, there's a moonrise right there. Okay, so let's transfer some fuel into this thing. Just liquid fuel and then some monopropellant. Okay, so this right here is our main supply, liquid fuel silage Mark III, excuse me. So, where is that here? Right there and there. Let's take the one farther out first and just transfer out. And just like that, the forklift is fully fueled. That was some good alliteration. The forklift is fully fueled. All right, so now the RCS fuel, and I believe these are empty, aren't they? Oh, almost. Very nearly so. FLR 750 right here. Out. And locked. That needs to be deorbited and then replaced. Okay, so let's look here. These are close enough to full. I believe we mostly just filled what's in here. Let's see. Where are these? That's the one on the space forklift, I think. Can I... Yeah, enable cutaway. There we go. FLR 400s, that's what these are. Okay. So these... right here. Oh, okay, there we go. Let's transfer out from here now. This is full. All right, let's lock that as well now that it's empty. All right, that did the trick right there. Very cool. Let's close this and let's undock the nuclear space forklift. And pull away. And now we need to send it to Minmus. Set as target. Okay, so Minmus is there. It'll be about here when we arrive. So we need to do... right about here, we need to set our maneuver. Let's plan our transfer burn. So close, almost dead on. Actually, very dead on. Look at that. Oh, no. Let's see, we're a little far. Part of the problem is the inclination. So, let's do that. And then we'll do a correction right here at the descending node. All right, so that's a 1 minute 38-second burn, and it's coming up in 21 minutes. And it will use 1/3 of our fuel. So let's time warp to here. Looking for the station. Can't see it. Is it out there? Nope. Where's Arcadia Station? Probably right below us. Ah, look at this. We're about to come up on sunrise, too. Beautiful. Alright, so let's point towards our maneuver marker while we observe the sun rising. And let's time warp closer to it. 4 minutes away. There's the sun. Alright, 3 minutes from the burn, or from the node, rather. Alright. So let's see, 1 minute and 38 seconds. That's 98 seconds, so about 50 seconds before the node is when we want to start our burn. Alright. Engine ignition in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ignition. Speed up the game to double time. We've arrived at the node, and everything is looking normal. Alright, back to regular time here. 150 meters per second left of this burn. 100, let's throttle down a little bit for precision's sake. All right. there we go. Successful burn. Just a little more of a nudge. There we go. So now here at the descending node, we need to burn normal. So let's go ahead and time warp to there. That's 28 minutes away. Goodbye, Kerbal. All right, here we are, 3 minutes away from the descending node. And so normal in this case is essentially north, since we're in a prograde orbit. Let's pin that and get right up on it. All right, 15 seconds away. Let's just gently burn. Watch this get closer. And there's an encounter right there. Okay, so we will encounter Minmus in 13 days. We don't have any major events in the way of that, so let's just go right to it. Let's warp to our apoapsis. And so far it hasn't taken away our encounter, so that's encouraging. Always wary of that these days. All right, 3 more days of time warp, and yep, there took it. But hopefully it's back when we're out of time warp. No, of course it isn't. Of course it is not. So let's burn radial out. See if we can't get that encounter back, because no game, I do not accept this. You've done this to me too many times. All right, let's add a maneuver and see exactly what will get us there. Oh, there we go. Yeah, basically the way I'm going. Let's point that way. And just a gentle nudge with the engines. You better not do this Kerbal Space Program 2. I'd like this not to be my experience anymore. All right, we have an encounter in 2 hours and 13 minutes, assuming it lets us keep it. All right, 19 minutes. Let's warp ever closer. Just in baby steps. Four minutes and 23 seconds. We can do this. We can do it. "55 seconds. All right, for this last little bit, we're going to use regular physics warp. And we're in the sphere of influence of Minmus. Hooray. All right. So, I believe it's Google's scrap is what it's still calling it. There we go. Set as target. And our relative inclination is pretty darn good. So let's warp an hour and 16 minutes to our periapsis and get our capture orbit. So we're going to point retrograde. right. There it is, capture orbit. Descending node. Let's warp to there, that's 3 days away. And let's fix our inclination while we're only going about 30 meters per second relative to the center of Midness. Alright, being a descending node, we need to burn normal, and let's see, we are in a prograde orbit, I believe, so let's point north. Yep, there it is, right there. Alright. Just a touch. Alright, 0.1 degrees is pretty good. Let's use the maneuvering thrusters. That is as much as we can do from right here. So now, let's go to here. That's another day of time warp. And let's burn retrograde. Alright, let's see. The target apoapsis is 252.5 kilometers, so let's get our periapsis to match that. There's the maneuvering thrusters now. That is touchy and a half. There we go. That does it. And holy crap, do we have a perfect... Oh, okay, I'm going to pretend that I planned this. We're going to get there and be 2.5 kilometers away from the target. It couldn't be more perfect if we had tried, which I'm saying we did. Okay, and that's coming up in 3 days and 5 hours. So let's warp for 3 days and 3 hours. Okay, we're coming up in 1 hour and 28 minutes. All right. Okay. Hold on, cough button. There we go. Yeah, I am coming to the end of my ability to even, just as we're coming up on the end of the stream anyway. This will work though. This will be the last thing we do. Let's add a maneuver here. Let's see, can I improve this at all? All right, 2.5 kilometers. Whoa, 1.4. Oh, I can. All right, we need a finer tool for this. Let's see. 0.6, 0.5, 0.4. Wow, okay. Wow, all those little points are just jumping around on the screen. That's irritating and a half. 0.3, 0.2, 0.1, 0.2. All right, this will do it. A 0.8 meter per second burn in that direction. So let's point there and let's just tap the maneuvering thrusters. There we go. There we go. All right. Maneuvering thrusters. All right. I'm watching our separation at approach, 3.8 kilometers. That doesn't say we're doing what it wants. Okay. Let's go back. Let's go right up to this maneuvering node. All right, what about here? Okay, it's in the opposite direction of what it said. And also not doing at all what it claimed. But that is... What the heck? Okay, that was some weird imprecision in Kerbal's math, but that's all right because we are about meet up with this ship. All right, we're 50 kilometers away. Let's look at the target. There it is over there. And we're only going 30 meters per second relative to it, so this will be an easy rendezvous. All right, 12 kilometers away. Trying to fine-tune our approach. Not much is happening, though. All right, 5 kilometers away. Woo! Let's just get really close and come to a stop. That's the easiest way to do this. All right, let's slow down. All right, that's basically a stop. All right, let's control from the docking port and activate the camera. And let's face our target. And then it's going to get really weird. I haven't really talked about this particular docking, but it's going to be interesting. Okay. All right, 5.4 meters per second, not bad. And we lose probe control? What? No, we don't. What, does this thing have a dampening field? Excuse me, but no, we don't. No. Look, we got antennas and everything. This is I'm definitely calling shenanigans on this. There is absolutely no way. A moment ago we had full probe control. We have electric charge and everything. Oh, there's no way we don't have full probe control. Let's switch. Also, this is the wrong ship. Well, that is not what is supposed to happen here. Set as target. Okay, so it was also the Warden scrap that we were supposed to rendezvous with anyway. So this is interesting. This is not the first thing that we've lost probe control with around Minmus for no apparent reason. So let's see, where is it because we're on the far side? That can't be. let's do an experiment, because we should have plenty of communication with the satellites around here. I think what we're going to need to do at the beginning of the next stream is add a communication satellite around Minmus, a really heavy-duty one, because this doesn't make sense. Oh, there we go. We have control again. Yeah. So we are only able... Your fanfare. Burke, how are you doing? I haven't seen or heard from you in so long. I hope you're doing all right. And Burke says, this resub submitted without comment, commented Burke. Thank you so much, Burke. Very much appreciated. I hope you're doing all right. I am at the end of what I can do with the with my recovering from the old coronavirus, but we have made a very important discovery, which is that the relay satellites around Minmus apparently do not function properly. So we should have, let's open this up, turn them on. Look at this, we've got these two relay satellites here, but I'm not sure that they even are functional anymore. So we need a new relay satellite around Minmus. Brick says, I'm okay. Have my dad in an assisted living facility now, so that's good. Excellent. I hope that that works out well and that they take good care. But yes, and there's the Fossabot, which didn't work for Bowser because she changed her name to Bowsy, so I'm gonna have to fix that. Although I'm looking into other bots too. But yeah, it says, it's Burke, our local friendly bison. Go follow him now. Definitely, I'm gonna give you a shout out. The official shout out. There we go. Okay. Oh, phew. I had a moment of panic. It gave me the notification to join us following Burke, but no, I am following. If I were to click on that, I would no longer be following, and I'm definitely following and subscribed. So yeah, but yeah. So what we've discovered here, in trying to multiple times rescue a craft that is in orbit of Minmus, is we've discovered that our relay satellites are insufficient. Also, we renders this with the wrong thing. So let's... Okay, the Warden Scrap is our target now. And unfortunately, we have given ourselves quite the inclination here. So that perfect rendezvous was indeed too good to be true. I knew it! Let's go to this ascending node. That's 1 hour and 10 minutes away. And let's fix this, because we can't end on that note, dang it. Brick says, my daughter's Twitch name, Penultimate Apogee, comes in part from KSP. It's where she learned the word apogee. Oh, cool. Your daughter plays Kerbal. Nice. Is she just on Twitch to watch streams, or does she stream at all? Because that's fascinating. Okay, let's see. We're on ascending node, so we need to burn anti-normal. Let's find it. There it is. And let's pin that there. There we go. And let's fix this inclination. All right. I'm watching the numbers very carefully, and then I'll catch up with Burke on chat. Down to a 30-degree inclination. $20. And 10. Okay. Let's use the maneuvering thrusters for the last bit. That's as much as we can do from here. There we go. Let's see, Brick says, at least she did play KSP in the past. Last I heard, she was mostly doing homework in college. I mean, that's, you know, good. Or so she tells her father. As far as I know, she has never streamed. All right. Well, you can tell her hello from a fellow Kerbal player, then. Let's see. All right, now we need to match our orbits. This is our orbit. This is our target's orbit. And where are we? We're here. So let's drop our periapsis to match. Yeah, again, I knew that was too good to be true. Our perfect rendezvous. All right, and let's come around to here. And raise our orbit. All right, and we do have a pretty good approach here. Well, we did. There we go. All right, that's coming up in 4 hours and 10 minutes. And this time it's with the correct spacecraft, and hopefully we will have a connection to Kerbin when we get there. Okay, so 4 hours and 10 minutes. Let's warp to here. About 30 minutes before our encounter. Oh, and I think I hear my kiddos too, so we're right in time for me to relieve my wife, who has been an absolute champion with all this, and she's not feeling so well either. She took a coronavirus test, a home test yesterday, and it said negative, but we're all skeptical, and we're thinking maybe she's not as immune naturally to the coronavirus as we thought. Maybe she's just immune to the tests. All right, we are 10 kilometers away from the target. Let's get out of map view, go to target mode, and point retrograde. We don't need our maneuvering thrusters for that. Look at the target. There we go. Have the kids been okay, asked Burke? They have been. They haven't been happy about it. They seem to, fortunately, have gotten it pretty mild, probably thanks to having been vaccinated. And also thanks to having been vaccinated, I have found that apparently there is an actual scientific correlation between being vaccinated and not losing your sense of taste, so I can still enjoy my pineapple pizza. So that's good. Right. Let's burn this way to tighten up the approach. 500 meters, 300 meters, 66 meters. That's as close as I dare get on this approach. All right, let's time warp until we're there. There's a little brief lag spike as the craft is loaded. Oh man, I am losing the voice here. So yeah, this will be the last thing we do. But I am very pleased I did manage finally to, one, play a video game and stream for 3 hours. Yep, I'm definitely on the mend. Okay. Let's come to a relative stop. There we go. And now, here is the really goofy part. We gotta do, let's say, make sure we're controlled from here, activate the camera, and let's point at our target. And then we need to we need to do some silly stuff with the robot arm and hope the Kraken doesn't get us. All right, let's use the maneuvering thrusters for this. is, Burke, a Space Kraken. So basically, the story, this was way in the early days of early access Kerbal Space Program, even before I started playing. Any incredibly physics-breaking, game-breaking bug got dubbed the Kraken by players. And so all these times where physics has gone wonky and my ships start wobbling and shake themselves apart, that has been the Kraken. There's even somewhere in the solar system a monument to the Kraken. So let's come to a stop again. There we go. And let's switch to this one. Basically, when there are phantom forces like that, that was a little bit of minor krakening. Okay. All right. Use a touch of time warp to stop this. All right, but yeah, here's our little. What the heckity heck? Yeah, see, this hinge is locked, and yet. All right, let's set that as a target, and maybe that will help. Turn off the stability assist. Yeah, because none of that should be happening at all. That's the game's physics engine not knowing exactly what to do right now. And we have lost spacecraft to it. In fact, I'm going to do a quick save here. And we're going to take this thing here, unlock this hinge, and set our target angle there. Oh my gosh. What are we doing? And also, let's it's just extending and contracting and extending. All right. Let's undock. Let's get rid of that. That might help. Okay. But now, of course, we do not have control over this, which is fine. We're going to dock this to that. Okay, so here we go. Space Forklift 3.0. And we want... Can we even see it? There we go. Let's turn this camera back on. And let's face that thing right there. And let's attach this robot arm from the wrong end. Oh boy. Of course, we're looking right into the sun as we do this. Definitely healthy. Okay, but we can see clearly now because of our lights. And the docking camera is compensating a little bit for the glare of the sun. I'm getting Portal vibes from this. Yeah, we're docking with GLaDOS here. Alright, magnets should take over now. There we go, we got it. Yay! And now we can use that to dock with the space station. Okay, so we're gonna... On that ridiculous note, it's time to end. Why do I still have that up? That's definitely bugged. Let's see. Let's activate this camera. And deactivate. Nope. Okay. All right, that's just stuck there. The robot arm is a lie. Well, I mean, to be fair, so you weren't here for this. It was hilarious. We were doing an experiment with this nuclear space forklift. We landed it. We needed to recover that capsule from the surface of Minmus. So I had this experimental robot arm attached to the top, and it worked. It was like using the claw at an arcade, and the whole time the ship wanted to slide down the slippery hill. But we were able to pick up the capsule, and just before the ship was about to topple over, panic launch into orbit. So, but then we're out of fuel. So, yeah. Anyway, that is where we're going to leave it today. Let me see if anyone I know is online playing anything space. Otherwise, we'll raid someone playing some Minecraft. Let's see. I need a more complete list, so I'm going to my phone. And who is online? Now, earlier N9 was online playing Kerbal Space Program, but he is not right now, unfortunately. So, I think the last time we raided Vacation Krypton, so let's raid Clickwell. Let's raid Clickwell right now. Let's see. Clickwell. Playing some Minecraft. I think it's his hardcore day. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and start the raid, and here is the raid message. Thanks to everyone who came to hang out and put up with my coronavirus lost voice. I can't believe we actually made it. Copy that whole raid message if you're subscribed, just the part in between Dan Bear 4 Totem if not. And I'll be back on Monday, should be, with some more Minecraft finally, and we'll figure out something fun for whatever Wednesday as well. And we'll finish this later. Alright. Goodbye!